What's up, Bomb Squad? It's episode 19. It's a fucking Saturday show. Welcome, everybody. It's May 19th. Tones, my co-host. How you doing today, pal?
I'm doing great, Tom. I have a 3-day weekend. I'm hanging out, chillaxing, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of my school.
Tones just got back from lunch, too. He had himself a little chicken parm sandwich. Guinea you. It's a great lunch. All right.
You're jealous.
So we have some housekeeping, a little announcement. We have a new show format going forward, not anything to do with the Saturday show, just with the Tuesday and Thursday shows. So we're gonna start doing movie reviews, okay, on Thursdays.
What?
Thursday shows?
This is news to me.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucking sweet. So we're gonna do baseball shows on Tuesday, and then we're gonna do movie reviews on Thursday. So we're gonna assign each other movies, and then we'll have till Thursday. So we'll assign movies on the Saturday show. We'll give each other until Thursday to watch said movie, and then when we get to the Thursday show, we'll both give a review of the movie that we had to watch. So with that being said, Tones, which movie do I have to see for the Thursday show?
So
hopefully it's on a Thursday.
The movie you have to see is called What We Do in the Shadows.
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
It's a great movie. Yeah, with the vampires.
Yeah. You want to do a different one then?
Sure. I don't want to watch it again.
Okay. All right. We'll do The Lobster then.
All right, I'll watch The Lobster.
We'll go with The Lobster.
So I did look it up. Like I Googled it just to see the Rotten Tomatoes, and it got very good reviews. Of course it would. It's such a fucking out there premise of like,
yeah. No, but if anyone out there, I mean, that hasn't seen What We Do in the Shadows, should go see it. It's fantastic. Fucking hilarious. It's a mockumentary about these like 3 vampires that live in a house together, and they're like roommates, and they get into like roommate squabbles, but they're vampires. It's ridiculous, but it's really funny. So, but we're gonna watch it. We'll go with The Lobster then.
Awesome. And so if you like Flight of the Conchords, then that movie, What We Do in the Shadows, is perfect for you.
It's those guys.
So the movie I'm going to give you, I think you saw this coming because I was blowing up your phone about it the other day because I had a total mindfuck film that came out of nowhere. The Exorcist 3. Now hear me out. It's not like The Exorcist 3. Like it's not like a fucking running on bullshit sequel sort of thing. So this is actually based off of the book that the author of The Exorcist wrote. And it's like, have you ever seen Seven with Kevin Spacey, the child molester?
Yeah.
You haven't?
No, I have. Yeah, that's what's
okay.
In the box.
Yeah, exactly.
What's in the box?
This movie's just like that, like a complete psychological thriller, right? But it's also at the same time a sequel to the original film because the second one was just some Hollywood bullshit to get money.
Okay,
and it was supposed to be called Legion, which is the title of the book. But I guess the producers wanted to call it Exorcist 3 for just cash purposes. Like if they see that, then people will know. But it's really like not like a sequel sort of thing. It's like a movie on its own, and it's fucking wild, dude. Oh my god! When that movie was over, I was just like balls deep in fucking Wikipedia pages looking at all this stuff. It was an awesome movie. So looking forward to talking about that with you on Thursday. And Bomb Squad, please watch the movies with us too if you have the time, because we're gonna end up spoiling them for you. And I don't want to be the guy who spoils films for you, but instead that's what we're gonna have to do.
But if anyone wants to watch Lobster, it's on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can just go watch it for free on there. So
Exorcist 3 is on there too. Perfect. All right. Cool. So it's a Saturday show, Tones. You know what that means. It means we have fun. It means we're only doing our world famous segments, and then we get into our classic 4-pack of questions. So first, before we get into any of that, we actually have some news today.
Is it good or bad?
It's actually good news today, Tones.
What?
Good fucking news today.
Oh, let me hear it.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
All right. So the wait is finally over, Tones. The royal wedding has come. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have tied the bow. And all right. It's bad news. Fuck the royal wedding. England, nobody gives a rat's ass about the fucking royal wedding. I can't believe this is such a big deal. Nobody gives a fucking shit, man. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, it's all over Twitter today. All over it. It's fucking Preakness Day. Yeah. And like, this is all people are talking about.
It's like, if you think I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. to watch, I don't even want to go to weddings of people I know. You think I'm going to watch a wedding of some fucking ginger in England at 5 a.m? Fuck that.
It's 2018. Like, why the fuck does England still have a queen? She doesn't do anything. No. They're not a tyranny anymore. It's such a useless position. Like, why would they keep this going?
I guess it's more of like a fear kind of thing because, she is a cannibal. So, like, if anyone tries to take her out, she's like, I'll fucking eat you, bro.
I'd beat the shit out of Queen Elizabeth. I'd beat the ever living shit out of her.
and you're not a very intimidating guy. Don't take that the wrong way. But I mean, it's not like you're like some kind of muscle man. Like,
no, I'm not.
You could definitely beat the shit.
But
out.
I'd still put her through a table. She's a frail old woman.
Just powerbomb that bitch.
All right, so this is actually some seriously awful news. Like Friday yesterday was one of the worst fucking days in recent memory. It was terrible, but we got to try to make some light out of something to keep the show kind of funny. So yesterday a plane went down. All right, we have to report it because there seems to be some sort of fucking omen that's over our heads since we decided to rip on the lady who got sucked out of the Southwest plane, and then the Chinese pilot got sucked out of the window. He was okay though. And now we just have a fucking straight up Boeing 737 going down in Cuba. So more than 100 people are feared dead after the 737 crashed and exploded near the Havana airport in Cuba. Thoughts and prayers with all the victims and their families. Obviously, it's a terrible fucking thing. But like, Tones, how are we feeling about airplanes right now since we started this fucking podcast?
Not good. Airplanes are definitely in the hot seat.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like the airplane gods have heard us. And they're like, you know what? You think this is bad? Check this out. I'm just going to keep trying to one up themselves until, you know what? We just go back to bicycles.
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like something from the gods in the Bible where they just do like, you know, every week it's going to be like a plague sort of thing. So you got people getting sucked out and you got planes just straight up crashing. I mean, I just want to drive instead. And I get that there's that fact where it's like you're more likely like by whatever % to die on the road than you are in an airplane. I don't give a shit. I'm on the ground. I'm not 60,000 feet in the air, you know.
You can get into a car accident and survive, but most likely if you get into a plane accident, there's a good chance you're not going to make it.
And even if it's at its worst, like if you're in a plane crash or like a high-speed car crash, like they're both the same result of you just getting absolutely demolished and dead.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do it on the ground at high speed rather than up 60,000 feet and then just fucking falling or something like that. Because ever since we did this, I went down these. It was so stupid of me to do this, like these YouTube rabbit holes of plane crashes that happened in the past, and you can hear like the cockpit last transmission sort of thing. So there's this Alaskan airline flight a long time ago. Something happened with its like it controls the plane's like vertical plane, or so it keeps it completely straight. So it fucked up, and like all of a sudden they were like they nosedived straight down.
Oh shit. And like they probably didn't even know. It was probably just like gradually kind of.
Yeah, so they had to like manually hold it, which is like trying to pull like 150 pounds of weight, apparently. So like the co-pilot and the pilot have to like really be strong and like hold the wheel. And like they thought they got it, but then all of a sudden they were upside down, and then they just straight nosedived into the fucking ocean.
Jesus
it's terrifying. Imagine being on a fucking plane.
You're doing like loops and shit, and you don't know what the hell's going on. Especially if you're like a passenger. Like if you're a pilot, you kind of like you see what's happening and you're trying to fix it. But if you're like just a passenger and you're all of a sudden just doing like backflips and shit, that's terrifying.
Imagine like taking a dump on that plane. Like, you're getting thrown around that bathroom and just getting like just shit dumped everywhere. On with shit. We make fun of some fucked up stuff. That's over the line for both of us.
Yeah.
We deserve
okay.
So what does that make the tally? Actually,
that makes it 5-4
in favor. You're closer.
Yeah, I have 5. You have
punishment
4.
Challenge. Okay. All right. So also a friendly reminder, TNT punishment challenge, first 1 to 7 will have to partake, and they're only going to take place on Saturday shows. So because you can't like, if you do this, you need a day of recovery for most of these punishment challenges. You can't like go to work the next day and like, all right. So enough with airplanes. Taylor Hicks, take us in his segments. All right. So that gives us our first segment. It's a Mad Lib challenge, Tones. It's Tones' turn. So what we do here is I ask Tones for a bunch of words. We fill out the Mad Lib, and then Tones fills his mouth with water to maximum capacity, and then he's got to sit there and survive. If he spits out the water, he loses, and if he doesn't, then he wins. So, Tones, are you ready?
Yeah, let's get my water.
All right.
Let's get situated.
Okay, you don't have to take I gotta ask you for the words first.
Yeah. All over the place today. Okay.
There you go.
Let me know to start the music.
All right. I'm ready to go. So start the music right fucking now.
Okay.
So, plural noun.
Balls.
Okay. Balls. Noun.
Chicken.
Chicken. Okay. Adjective.
Grotesque.
Grotesque. Okay. Part of the body.
Weenus.
Wieners?
Weenus. You know, like the elbow skin, the weenus.
Oh, weenus.
Weenus, yes, weenus.
Okay. Adjective.
Rambunctious.
It's a pain in the ass word. Adjective.
Vivacious.
Okay. This is going to be a very intense Mad Lib already, I could tell. I need a noun, Tones.
All right. Monster truck.
Monster truck. Okay. Adjective.
Shitty.
Got it. Last name. Shout out the Heat.
Yep, the Heat. The Heat. Sandra Bullock. Bullock.
I just saw your mind just race to Sandra Bullock. Plural noun.
Plural noun. Wombats.
Shout out Backyard Baseball. Adverb.
Stupidly.
Okay. Part of the body.
Butt cheek.
Just one of them. Okay. Adjective.
Fleshy.
Yeah.
Very fleshy butt cheek.
Noun.
Let's go with Xbox. I'm just looking across the room right now. Naming shit.
Plural noun.
Anuses.
Okay. Then an adjective, and then I'll need a place.
Adjective. Bombastic. And a place, we'll go with Timbuktu.
Okay. We're going to go mad. I'm going to ask Tones to take a big sip of his water.
Uno momento, por favor.
Okay, uno momento, indeed. All right, Tones is about to take a sip of his water. Readjust the microphone here. Okay, Tones' mouth is full of water. He's ready to go. Okay, Tones. So this is a story of a one-hit wonder. The Mighty Balls were a one-chicken wonder, famous for their grotesque song, In Your Weenus. Where is this rambunctious band today? After hitting it big, they started to have vivacious creative differences. They went from superstardom to a monster truck shattering breakup. The lead singer, known for his shitty personality, wanted to change the band's name to Bullocks, Wombats. The rest of the band stupidly refused. No one could see eye to butt cheek. And the bassist decided to leave the fleshy band and pursue his lifelong dream of professional Xbox weaving. The drummer left to teach music to a high school anuses. The lead singer was the only one left, but don't feel too bad. He has now become a bombastic internet sensation with a video of himself playing Sweet Home Timbuktu on the kazoo. All right, he survived. All right, good for you. That's the first Mad Lib survival in a long time. Sorry for the Monday. I'm very hungover today. It's a very hungover edition of a Saturday show. But I'll tell you, you survived. It's good for you. It's better than me. I haven't survived a single one of those bastards.
You have some very colorful answers.
Yeah, I get violent with mine.
A lot of penises.
A lot of penises, a lot of semen, a lot of farts. Anyway, so that brings us into our second segment, which is a deal or no deal spelling bee challenge. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so it's my turn. So Tones is going to give me a word that I'm going to have to spell correctly. I've already accepted the challenge. This is a, you can accept it. If you don't, we just move on to the next one. I think it will start to get rejected the closer we get to 7. So right now, it's you're hosting right now. You got to give me the word. So if I get this wrong, then you got to tack on it over the line. Hold on. Jumbies, I swear to God, if you keep playing with that fucking mouse, I'm going to come up there and throw it in the goddamn trash. She doesn't give a shit. That fat shit cat. All right. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Please start the Deal or No Deal music.
All right. Okay. So your word is Cordillera.
Cordillera?
Cordillera.
Cordillera. Is it what kind of word is it?
It is a noun.
Okay. It's great that Jumbies decided to play with her fucking toy while I'm trying to spell this word. It's so fucking distracting. What's the country of origin?
It is Latin.
Okay, Cordillera. C O R D I L E R. Damn it! Is there an H in there?
No, there's 2 L's.
Oh,
so
and then E-R-A?
E-R, yeah, Cordillera. Cordillera. It is a chain of mountains, usually the principal mountain system or mountain axis of a large landmass.
Oh, shit. All right, so that officially ties us with over the lines at 4. Oh no, 5 because we fucked up. Okay. All right, shit, we're getting real fucking close to it. I'm excited for him, but I'm also terrified for him.
Sure, you don't want to bump that number up, Tom?
No, it's fine. We keep it going. All right, so that brings us to Ask a Gay.
Okay,
what do you got?
Do gay people have foot fetishes?
Do gay people have foot fetishes? Why? Do straight people?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, but it's like it's one of like the more like acceptable fetishes because it's not like totally grotesque, I guess.
It's not like poop.
Yeah, it's like more of a normal one, but it's still kind of weird, like to me at least. I just don't get I don't have anything against feet, but like some people are like freaked out by feet. Like if you put their feet near them, they like get up and run away. Like I'm not like that, but I also don't want to stick one in my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, neither do I. Why? You get the perception that that's only a gay thing? Or no, fetishes go both. Well, fetishes are pretty much the same for straight people and gay people.
Okay.
Some straight guys they like women's feet, and some gay guys like men's feet. I'm not one of them.
Like a little bit, more like because men, I feel just have like grosser feet in general.
Yeah,
like, we're just more like smelly, sweaty human beings. On average.
Fact, yeah. But no, it's I mean, it's probably the same exact way as it is in the straight community. But yeah, to your point, they're grosser for sure. And you can, I mean, even if you don't like feet or love feet at all, which we don't, but you could still respect a good, well-shaped foot, right? I mean, like if you're like a big fat, flat-footed, like, piece of shit, then like, I mean, I'm not attracted to it. It's just like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't like, I'm honestly, I don't like look at feet like that. Like, I'm not going to look at a girl and like, if she's wearing sandals, look at her feet and be like, oh, her feet are gross or, oh, her feet are like hot. Like, I just don't even look at that.
That's like a glimpse inside of Rex Ryan's brain, like walking on a boardwalk, just like making judgments on people's feet.
Yeah, he's not an ass man. He's not a boob man. He's a foot man.
It's a simple thing, I guess. Yeah. I'm not gonna hate on Rex for that. It's a little. I don't want to even call. I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's a little different. Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's got their thing. Everyone's got their bugaboo. Let his freak flag fly. I don't care.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I really don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure it exists just the same way as it does for straight people, but yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, shout out Rex Ryan for that segment. So segment 4, we have opposite side of the coin. It's Ask a Straight. New soundbite in there to introduce it. We're going to have soundbites for all of our segments to introduce them. I mean, kind of serious. I don't know. Depends how you take the question. So what are your thoughts on like ever getting married? Is it something that you like look at and think of doing, or do you just prefer single life for like, a long, long time?
No, I mean, I eventually do want to get married and have kids and shit. Like not right now.
Kids and shit.
But to be a dog in there, maybe. Who knows?
Fucking kids and shit.
It's not something I'm actively trying to do right now. It's not like my biological time clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Like I'm not against it.
We don't have biological clocks. It's sweet.
Exactly. We have kids until we're like 90.
As long as semen still does its job, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not like rushing for it, but yeah, I'm down the line. Something.
I love it. You guys have to worry about kids and we have to worry about AIDS.
Both equally destructive.
Yeah. God was definitely just like, listen, I don't want this, but if you do, just wrap up.
Like, I see what you're doing here.
Because the way that like going back to Ask a Gay, I guess I'll just whatever. A little tangent for gay stuff, but the way that the butt is designed, there's a little like pocket, like it's like almost semi-designed to be fucked. You can go on both sides. There's men and women, their butts, but like there's like a pocket kind of thing, and like it's kind of like meant for it. But if you inseminate it, like it's like you're gonna get one step closer to AIDS.
Have a butt baby.
Imagine shitting out a baby.
Oh my god. That'd be awful. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess like I'm okay with getting married. I don't know.
But you're not like actively pursuing to find like.
No, you know what the thing is like some people are like, oh, I never want to get married. Like I'm too lazy for the single life.
Well, I'm too lazy for the married life. I mean, it's too expensive, first of all, and I like to do my own thing, sort of thing. Like if I'm I don't want anybody to tell me you can't like watch the Bucks game because we have to go to like my parents' house. Like fuck that. I ain't missing a second of goddamn Bucks football ever. Haven't done it before. Not doing it now. Yeah. Nobody's telling me my business.
That's fair. I just mean in the whole aspect of like going out and get pussy. Like I'm not like if it happens, it happens. But I'm not.
I just ask for it online. They come to my house. Like I don't have to go anywhere. That's like ultimate laziness.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal. I might have to try that.
It's probably way harder for you guys. It's way easier for me. Dudes are as horny as everybody's on Grindr to have sex. It's perfect. You just got to find the right one that you want, and just hey, I got an open place. You want to come over? And it's like, all right.
See, my thing is like I've said is I'm not like you don't look at me and be like, wow, I want to fuck him. Like you get to know me a little bit, and like I start to wear you down and break down those defenses. And then if it's just like, yeah, I guess I'll fuck him. That's usually what it ends up being.
He's like a nice guy. He needs this favor.
Yeah, I can.
I always wonder if people look at me like that. I like to post pictures of like when they ask for pictures of your face, I'll send like I'm guilty of sending pictures of myself from like 5 years ago.
Everyone does a little bit of that.
Better looking. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So we're going to go to our next segment, our fifth segment. We have 7 total segments today, if I haven't said it already. So we're going to go to our fifth, which is a special horse race. It's the Preakness today. So what we're going to do is we're going to record it later. I think we tried to do this a couple weeks ago at Belmont. It didn't work, but we're both going to be here. Tones isn't going to see, superhero movies today. So we're going to future Tones and future Tom are going to join you at around 6:30. We'll plug it into this podcast and you'll hear from us. Maybe if anything transpires from there, we'll get a little glimpse into the future,
Yeah. And we'll throw a little commercial in here.
Throw a little commercial. All right, cool.
All right, hold on.
All right. I got a great commercial too.
Okay. Okay. So we're doing Stay Woke next?
No, Tones Bones.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, hopefully we won. Hopefully we won that race. I think last time I said that exact same thing. We came in dead last. So
yeah, we didn't even record.
And now that exactly. But now that you're going to be, do you want me to like place a bet for you? Like, you want to bet together?
Yeah.
Because I have the betting account.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll go halves on it. We'll have a TNT horse.
I like it.
There's already a horse that I love. I already forgot. Tenfold. That's his name. I like Tenfold. He's 20-1.
How people are going to be listening to this, and it's like we already know that Tenfold.
Yeah, they already know. 7th. Yeah, you're back in the past in this podcast, baby. It's Back to the Future sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a little time travel. I like to get trippy.
Yeah, this is gonna be trippy. All right, so 6th segment. We got a Tones Bones. So Tones, what is your bone?
All right, I have a bone with Three Little Pigs barbecue. So.
I thought you were going to say you have a bone with the Three Little Pigs in general.
No. Well, fuck them too. But
fuck the Three Little Pigs. Fuck the wolf.
Fuck them all.
Fuck the guy who built his house out of flowers. That was a stupid idea to begin with.
That was pretty dumb.
Wolves. What about wind? Everything of that.
First
anyway, please.
Done.
Yeah. Continue.
So Three Little Pigs barbecue. I was ordering some food last night. I was on Grubhub, and I see this new barbecue place pop up. It's got good reviews. I'm like, all right. Like, I heard you talking about brisket the other day. I want to get this brisket. So I'm out here trying to get some brisket. I placed the order at 7:30, and it says it's going to be there between 8:30 and 8:40. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's kind of far away. It's like 15 minutes away drive. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, I'm doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, 8:40 rolls around, nothing. It's 9 o'clock, still nothing. So I call the place. I'm like, hey, I placed an order on Grubhub. I just want to know if it left yet. Like if you guys didn't forget about me, whatever. And she's like, oh, yeah. Then she, says my street name. She's like, yeah, no, he's already on his way. He should be there very soon. That's exactly what she said. Very soon. That's what the girl said. Very soon. Emphasize the very.
Okay.
This motherfucker didn't show up until 9:30.
Oh, jeez.
Two full hours after I put the order in. So
that's fucked up.
What I'm thinking is, it's Grubhub, so I already put the tip in. I tipped him really well. Gave him like $10. Like
on my Postmates where you do it afterwards. It's great.
Yeah, I should try that. But yeah, so it was 2 hours late. The thing that pissed me off the most though is that it was actually really good. So it's like I might have to order them again. It was cold, but I microwaved it. It was still fucking delicious.
Okay.
I got brisket. This isn't all for me. Me and my brother split this. We got the brisket. We got some mac and cheese, some mashed potatoes. I got a pulled chicken quesadilla. Fucking delicious. There was a hot dog that had brisket, pulled pork, sausage, and cheese on top.
Oh my God.
It was
that's a heart attack special.
It was unbelievable. It was so delicious. And that's why it makes me so mad. Like now I have to order from these assholes again.
Yeah. There's a place like that down here it's called Supano Steakhouse. They have this thing called the Sinatra. I always like to get it after like a big Yankees win. Like it's a celebratory meal. And they're on Grubhub. And like they like sometimes just like don't deliver. So I've like had to call Grubhub before and just be like, if they're going to put their shit on here, like they have to deliver. If they don't want to fucking do this, then get off the app sort of thing. Cause it's happened like 3 times where I order it and like, it's like 4 hours later and I'm like, I'm calling Grubhub. They're already refunding me. And I'm like, well, I'm hungry. Is it coming or like what? And then like, I have to call the restaurant and they're just like, all right, hold on. We're figuring it out. It's like, dude, if you don't want to be on Grubhub, just fucking don't be on it. Like I get that you don't want to deliver a fucking, 16-ounce delicious New York strip steak. But if you're going to offer it to me, I'm going to buy it when I'm really drunk and I want to celebrate and get myself a delicious Sinatra steak. It's the best. It's one of the best steaks I've ever had. It's so good.
Really? Even through delivery.
And like a lot of times the owner of the place brings it himself. It's like, that's how like they work.
It sounds to me like they put it on there and then they like lost their delivery driver and they just haven't hired a new one.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like they're a steakhouse. Like it's like gourmet. Like, I mean, this is like a $60 steak, this is like a celebration steak. So like, they're not used to fucking carry out or delivery. This is a restaurant that you go to and like, enjoy with a bottle of red.
Yeah.
But
then you shouldn't be on Grubhub.
Yeah, they shouldn't be. They're still on there too. And I always want to order from them, but I'm just like, well, there's only like a 30% chance I actually get this. And it's, it's a $70 commitment,
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So I have a bone to pick too. So I told you about this I think last week. So there's an air show that happens here every couple of years. We had it last year and I didn't know that it was going to happen. And as you know, I work from home a ton, right? Yeah. I have a nice home office and because I'm on the phone all the time. It's so much easier to do it from here than in a cube, but it's quiet and everybody can hear what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's really just one of my bugaboos. But anyway, so last year, we had an air show with just like combat jets. So it starts at like 11 a.m. So I'm sitting there just like taking calls and all of a sudden like you just hear these fucking jet planes like buzz over you and they're only like 100 feet off the ground. Yeah. And where my apartment is like, because it's like supposed to be around the harbor and I'm kind of close to it, but like where they loop around, it's literally I'm the epicenter of this air show. Like my whole house shakes, like things fall over, like fucking fall. Like it's in October, so they're doing like the whole bone. They're having it again this year. Oh, so we're definitely going to be recording through it and you'll be able to fucking see what I'm talking about. But like, it is ridiculous. It's like 5 days. It's 5 days of hell. And it's literally from like noon until like 6:30. It's about every 2.5 minutes. There's a fucking jet that buzzes 100 feet over your apartment.
Really? That often?
That often. Jesus. It's wild. Like I'll be playing PlayStation, like I'll be playing Shell with my buddies, and all of a sudden, like you just hear like this jet. You can hear it coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
that's how low they are. And then like once they're at the point where they're right over my apartment, it's like you can't hear me talk. It's that loud. it's so outrageous. Fucking loud.
So I mean, are they just giving an air show to the entire city, or is it like?
Mm-hmm. Well, no. Yeah, well, I mean, like you're supposed to go to the harbor and sit down and like you watch them and they do like all these great things. But like where I'm at, when they like buzz over the harbor, like, you know, going as fast as they can and people are like clapping, having fun over there, I'm sitting here fucking working and it's coming right for me. Like in the part where you're not supposed to be watching. Like you can go outside and watch. Like I grilled a hot dog last year once I found out what was going on. I was like waving at them and stuff. They gradually get like lower. They start off real high and then they gradually become like right 100 feet over your house. Like no joke. And I can't get any work done from here. Like I'm just like, I'm trying to make a sale and I'm on the phone and I'm like, oh, hold on 1 second. And then like, gotta let the plane like Jesus Christ, what's happening over there?
Everything right over there.
Because like I said, I didn't know that this was supposed to happen. So I was just sitting here. I thought we were under attack. No joke.
Like I thought, yeah, that's scary. You think North Korea's coming over or something? I thought what the hell was going on?
I thought a plane was crashing or we were under attack because it was so loud. I was like, what the fuck? Like, because sometimes you hear, like, I'm near the BWI airport. So, like, you can hear the planes buzzing by all the time. But this one was so low, I thought like a plane was going down.
Yeah.
I ran outside, like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't see anything. And then, like, I went back inside. I was like, that was fucking wild. And then it just kept happening. And then I went outside and finally saw the jets. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. But then, like, day 3 of 5, you're just like, I'm fucking sick of this. This is so annoying.
That's awful.
Yeah, so we have that to look forward to in October for TNZ and the Bomb Squad. We'll be recording live through a fucking war zone, basically. All right, so
foreign correspondent.
Yeah, so all right, so that brings us to a 7th and final segment, which is a Stay Woke, and apparently I have good reason to believe that this is an exciting one, the most exciting one yet. Tones has been talking about it for days. So, Tones, what's the conspiracy today?
All right, so the conspiracy is that Hitler didn't die.
Okay. But he's in South America. I've heard this.
Well, that's one of the theories. There's 3 theories.
Whoa. Okay.
So just a little set the scene a little bit. Hitler was not officially declared dead until 1956 by a German court.
Okay.
So let's take that.
The Germans are the ones who determine that. All right.
That's just like, I guess like people were like, hey, like what's going on with Hitler guy? You know, and it's like, oh yeah, he's dead. And also the CIA was investigating, his whereabouts until 1955, which was released in declassified documents.
Right. Because just a little history update too for people, us Americans. It wasn't us who infiltrated Germany when he killed himself. It was the Soviets, right?
We bombed the shit out of him and we let the Soviets
just came in and fucking ramsacked them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
And the whole story is, him and Eva Braun, his girlfriend, wife, whatever. They were like in a bunker, and then they realized it was the end. They took cyanide and they shot themselves in the head. Right.
Mm-hmm. But why would you take cyanide to shoot yourself in the head? How is that?
That doesn't make any sense. That's why this all seems fishy. It seems like someone was like, "Oh, is he dead?" And like, he took cyanide and then he shot himself in the head. He's dead. He's really dead." And it's just
like if you're gonna do that, you take morphine and shoot yourself. Not cyanide. Cyanide's like a very painful poison to kill yourself with. You don't even need to kill yourself.
I know. You just shoot yourself or just take the cyanide. Do one or the other. Just overkill.
Yeah. All right, go on, please.
But so one of the main pieces of evidence is a skull fragment that they found at the scene. They say it was Hitler's. But a couple of years ago, they did some actual forensic testing on it. Turns out it belonged to a 35-year-old woman.
Whoa. What?
So, yeah.
35 years old.
Yeah. Well, no, like just from, I guess they use the carbon dating and all that. Okay. Like
she would have been 35.
She would have been 35 at the time. So, the theory or the theories are that he escaped at 3 different places. The first one is Spain. Second one, Argentina, like you mentioned. And the third one, Antarctica. That's my favorite one, but we'll get to it. I'll start off with Spain. This one seems the most flimsy. So Spain had a fascist leader as well. Nazis, fascists, whatever. So the theory is that he escaped through some underground tunnels in Berlin, got to a plane.
When the Russians were invading.
Yeah. Right, when the Russians were invading. Got to Spain through a plane and then kind of lived there in secrecy for the rest of his life. Because there's several reports of people spotting a German plane landing and Hitler getting off. The only thing with that is the reports are like, the dates are conflicting. Like they're anywhere from 1945 to 1950.
Right.
So those aren't very reliable. So that's probably the flimsiest out of all of them. The most common one, Argentina, is which is probably also the most plausible, because I was watching this Joe Rogan interview with this guy Tim Kennedy, who he has a show on the History Channel, Hunting Hitler, where they do all this kind of research. And he was saying there's, at the time after the war, like tens of thousands of high-ranking Nazis escaped to Argentina and Chile because they were both fascist countries. Like even to this day, there's still in Chile. There's a place called Villa Bavaria, which is Bavarian village, which is literally just all German people.
Just all Nazis.
Yeah, he was saying there's 50, there's 50 different towns throughout South America of just German people, like about 100,000 like descendants of Nazis.
Which is like New York City has Chinatown, and like they have
exactly. They have Villa Bavaria.
Just a whole bunch of 100-year-old Nazis.
Well, it's like them and their kids and their grandkids, like,
and okay.
And they're all, so who knows what's going on down there. Like he said the guy went there and he went to the village and tried speaking Spanish. No one spoke Spanish. It was all German still.
Damn.
It's just wild. You live somewhere for 80 years and you don't even learn the language. So that's, and with that many people going over, it's very possible that he could have snuck over with them. So that's probably the most compelling one. And I'm guessing he also probably shaved his mustache, because that's like the most recognizable mustache in the world.
100%. Yeah.
I love, like, you see those special Inquirer things like in the grocery store when you check out, and it's like, oh, Hitler found in Argentina. It's just this old guy with a Hitler mustache. It's like, you really think he kept that thing for 70, 80 years? Like,
yeah. I've also seen with that, like, that there's like a 128-year-old guy who like was living in Argentina or something like that, and like they're saying like to this day. Like they would mean, Hitler would be 128 years old for the day that he supposedly shot himself and stuff like that. So have you laid it all out for us to determine if it's hoopla or if it's legit?
Well, I have the Antarctica one still. So so right before the war, Germany claimed a patch of land in Antarctica called New Swabia. They just named it that. I don't know what that means. But I mean, so they set up like a little base there, and no one really knows what went on down there, but they think it could have been anything from, testing out U-boats to, making flying saucer type aircraft, like testing it out down there, like crazy shit. That's a whole other stay woke we can go down. But after the war, about a year or two after the war, the U.S. actually sent the largest military expedition ever to Antarctica. They did 2 expeditions, and there was multiple casualties on the expeditions. They said it was just training exercises, but like, why would you need to assemble like your entire Navy and send them down to Antarctica? Like, it's just
had we ever been there up to that point?
I mean, we had been there, but not like this was the largest expedition we ever sent.
Okay. So something was up in Antarctica.
2 of them. Yeah, like 2 or 3 years after the war, we did like 2 of them, big ones. So it's, I don't know, it's a little, it's something to think about. What do you think? You think hoopla, or you think?
I think it's hoopla. Only because what I've read with World War II, and when the Russians got into Berlin, where I think it was Berlin, right? Where Hitler was. There were so many Russians, and they were like, it was like the entire Russian army. I don't think even with underground tunnels that he could have gotten out of there.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is that he was like, he was like in the center of the city.
Yeah.
And, he was already in a bunker underground. So that's like hard enough to find as it is. If he just like, I mean, it's not like the city was sacked in 10 minutes. It would probably take at least a couple hours, if not a day or two, to comb the city. So you have plenty of time to go to an underground tunnel and then pop up. I'm sure they have makeshift, airstrips for that kind of event.
But Germany's landlocked, isn't it? So, like, I mean, you'd have to have dug a very significant tunnel to escape that many Soviet soldiers.
I don't think they're landlocked, because they had a navy. They had U-boats. They had all that shit.
Yeah, I'm not a geography guy. I'm not sure, but
I'm not either.
But still, with that being said, I still think that he killed himself. I think that part's real, but I think Germany realized how much shit they were in, because they were like, and they wanted to cover it up, make it seem like he was maybe still alive a little bit, just to like, so that way they didn't lose the war as fast. Like, because once like Hitler's dead, you're done. The war's over. Everybody's a Nazi is going to go to fucking prison for their entire lives, and like it's all going to be bad. So they just definitely wanted to hold on, like, and like spread some fake news saying like, no, Hitler's still out there and we still are going to do our thing.
So you have your own stay woke.
A little bit now that I'm just hearing it back. Yeah. But I mean, like, I could see on their end why they would try to like fucking feed out some fake news like early on and say like, no, Hitler's still there. Like,
see, the whole like way how the Russians, like apparently like the Russians found the body and like I think they showed it to like Hitler's personal doctor and he was like, yeah, that's it. But like, you know, if he was like a friend of Hitler and he just saw the body and just said it was his, just to like allow him more time to escape.
Yeah.
Like I could see that happening too. And they buried the body in an unmarked grave. Like you think that, I mean, I guess it's Hitler. You don't want to.
They probably want to pretend like, you don't want to give him like a tombstone and say like, here lies Adolf Hitler, who was a good man. No, you want to be like, no, this fucking piece of shit's getting buried, you know? But even if he didn't die, like if this whole thing is plausible and he fucking did flee to Antarctica or whatever, like imagine like that miserable existence, like after the war and like you see like what you've done to Germany and just like you're the worst person by far to ever exist on planet Earth and just live with that for years. I mean, that might even be worse than shooting yourself in the head right there is to have to live with that goddamn burden on your shoulders. But he probably didn't see it that way because he was an absolute psychopath and he's a total dick.
Huge dick.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to call it hoopla. Okay. I'm going to settle with hoopla. Hitler killed himself and drank cyanide at the same time, I guess. Good. Thank God. All right. So we're going to get into our 4-pack of questions. All right. So, Tones, question number 1. If someone from 200 years ago magically teleported to 2018, where would you take them first and to show them how the world has changed since in 200 years?
I would probably take them to like the dirtiest music festival there is.
Coachella.
Yeah, like a real just grimy one where you see people just either that or like a nightclub. Like
take them to Ultra.
Yeah. And then take him out to Miami after that. Yeah, no, that's just because like back then they had all these good Christian values and all this shit. You see these people just all sweaty and mollied up, just like rubbing on each other, just crazy bright lights flashing loud. Dum, dum, dum. Like, they'd never heard sounds like dubstep.
There'd be a natural acid trip gone bad.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You didn't know what to expect. So yeah, I would probably do something like that just to like freak him the fuck out.
Just to fuck with him. You're an asshole.
This is the future.
Welcome to the future. Just a whole bunch of fucking people on Molly throwing pain at each other in Miami, just like listening to robot music. Like,
dude, that guy doesn't even know what a robot is.
He doesn't know what a robot is. He's probably just, what is this hoopla? That's a good place to take him. I would take him. I'd be a little bit more mature about it. I'd take him to Buffalo Wild Wings. I think I can get like everything done over a beer at B-Dubs with the guy from 200 years ago. All right, so here's like, grab this guy a pint or whatever you want to call it, like whatever you refer to it back in the day.
Flagon of ale.
Yeah, maybe I'll fuck with him. I'll get him like the really hot wings that they have at Buffalo Wild Wings. Here, like you got to try hot wings. I'll have that. He'll be like, whoa. We'll watch some baseball. We'll watch some football. We'll explain like, so this is like how awesome it is 200 years later. Yeah. This is like, you know, and then he'll probably get drunk and then like he'll probably pass out in a farm somewhere. I don't know.
He'll find a farm in Baltimore.
Where's the closest farm? I need a barn to sleep in. Just like on the stereotypical 1800s guy.
You guys have any bales of hay around here I can take a nap on?
You know, find some hay. You try Ace Hardware. They got everything over there. I'm not sure about hay.
But I got some hay in my garage from this fucking scarecrow still.
I'm always surprised when I go to Ace Hardware. Like if I don't know where to find, like I need something obscure, I always go to Ace Hardware first. like I'll need like pots and pans for the kitchen. I was like, let's check Ace Hardware first to see, like, because you're always greeted by an employee and they're just like, what can I help you with today, sir? I was like, I'm looking for pots and pans. Like, right this way. It's great.
You got any pots and pans?
You got any hay? Let me take you this way.
Right next to the pots and pans over there.
All right, so we'll go to our second question of the 4-pack. So flip the spectrum here. All right, so you, Tones, you teleport 200 years into the future. What do you do on the first day once you get there?
I'm going to Yankee Stadium. I'm trying to see how that's changed. If they changed baseball at all, you know, if they made it 7 innings like they're talking about now.
Yeah.
Well,
if it still exists.
Yeah, if it still exists. If the Red Sox are still a rival like that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty cool to see. Like they're playing with like laser bats, like laser balls.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, I have something similar. I mean, I wrote because I have like a whole agenda that I wrote down because it's a whole day.
So, yeah, just be there for 3 hours. Like, all right, now what?
Now what? What the fuck is going on? So what did I write down here?
You guys got a Taco Bell?
I got to catch up on the Bucks. So I got to see the Bucks first of all. Like I said, they still exist. And see if we've won anything since.
That's a lot less likely than the Yankees still exist.
Yeah, for sure. So I would check in on the Bucks, and if there's no Bucks football, I might like just end it right then and there. like well, what am I doing here? Send me back or just fucking like shoot myself. So then I would probably go to a Perkins diner, Perkins, just to make sure that those still exist, and just like kind of calm myself that I'm 200 years later right now, and just like have some eggs and bacon,
and ham,
and some and some coffee. And then I would try to locate people who are related to me. Like, I don't know, like go to my old house, like Robin Williams did when he, my classic reference comes out of Jumanji and he goes straight to his parents' house.
Yeah.
And like, it's just an old beaten down place and his parents are dead for like, hundreds of years sort of thing. But I would try to find them, tell them what happens. But yeah, so I'm like from 200 years ago. Like I'm from 2018. Like I swear to God,
great grandfather.
Like I'm alive. I teleported here like Terminator style. And hopefully they believe me. And then I try to find a job, but I was thinking about that. Like it'd definitely be impossible to find a job, like a legit one, because I don't know anything that's happened. Like all the history that we know now is completely irrelevant for the most part. Yeah. So I probably would be unhireable. Then I'd probably go deep into poverty and be homeless. It'd be terrible. So then how did I end it here? So I'd write a novel. I'd write a book and just talk about my time traveling.
But bring it back a little bit. I thought we were just there for a day.
Yeah, one day. I'd begin writing the novel at about like 6:30 p.m. once I realized what this
on in a day. Yeah. You really just gave up on the whole job thing pretty quick.
Well,
yeah, you don't know how to work this cash register. I don't think I can cut it here.
I'll go on like whatever 200 years from now LinkedIn is and look at like what positions there are and just like I'm not qualified for any of this.
I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, exactly. So then I just begin writing my novel about my time traveling experiences, and then hopefully I can get rich that way, make it work. But
you come back to present day and you just lose all the money.
Yeah. Well, we didn't specify if you go back in time. Excuse me. But
you jump ahead again?
No. You just stay there. That's it. You go 200 years ahead, and then that's your life from now on.
Okay, because I thought it was just for a day.
It's just what you do on your first day.
Okay. So you don't know what's going to happen. Okay.
What happens day one?
That's
sort
fair.
Of thing. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to our third question of the classic 4-pack. So this is a Tone special. He's been asking me all week, so I'm actually excited to hear the answer to it. So, what's your favorite Gatorade flavor?
I got to go with the Cool Blue, baby.
Damn.
The Cool Blue.
Listen, I like Cool Blue. It's a great flavor, but lemon lime is better.
Oh my God. Lemon lime is the worst.
Lemon lime is the worst.
Lemon lime is trash.
How dare you?
It's like you're drinking alligator piss.
The fucking Gatorade Ice one is the worst. The clear one. That's the worst. I think everybody universally can agree on that, except for shout out Bomb Squad listener Andrew McKenzie, who thinks it's the best, but that's just because he's a psychopath. But Cool Blue is definitely number 2. Okay. But lemon lime, it's one of the originals. It's great. That's what I grew up with.
I'm gonna bring it back a little bit.
Okay.
Because I was thinking of the orange one for some reason. Lemon lime, I put lemon lime like maybe 4.
Wow. So what are the top 3? So it's blue.
I got the Cool Blue. I like the Glacier Freeze too, even that one's blue. Like
isn't Glacier Freeze the one that we just talked about? That's the worst.
No, I said the orange one.
Oh, no. The one that you just said, Glacier, is I thought that was the clear one, but I guess it's not.
No, it's not. It's like a lighter blue. It's more like a lemony kind of flavor, like a citrusy. Like it looks blue. You think?
Yeah, I know that one. It's terrible. Oh my God. Terrible list so far. So it's number 3,
and then Fruit Punch.
Okay, so you have this all fucking ass backwards. This is like the Laurel Yanny thing.
Oh my God! All right, let me hear yours then. So
it goes lemon lime, then it goes Cool Blue, then I'd probably put orange, and then I'd probably put red. Fruit Punch.
The orange reminds me of like the 3 months that I played soccer when I was 6, when they would give us like orange wedges, and I hated soccer though. No, I hated soccer. I was the worst. I had a funny story. I never scored a goal. I almost scored a goal one time. I was in front of the ball and like the net was in front of me and there's nobody there. and I just didn't kick it for some reason.
You were just thinking team first, like who to pass it to?
No, I just like kind of froze and I just looked at it. And my dad, like when we were driving home, he's like, "How come you didn't kick the ball? Like, why didn't you score? The net was wide open." It was like, I don't know. For some reason, I just said that I heard jazz in my head. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, I definitely didn't have jazz in my head. I don't know why I said
jazz in your head. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. I was like 6, and I was just like,
the ball came to you, and all of a sudden, like a saxophone started playing in your head. Froze.
Kenny G blaring. I couldn't even concentrate.
Like, I'm gonna. If you don't mind, I'm gonna suck my own dick here for a second with soccer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not a soccer guy at all, but like you're talking about like rec days, right? When we were like 8 or 9, sort of thing.
I was literally like 5 or 6, and like
it was like the old times. Yeah. But anyway, I was a goalie back in the day.
Okay.
And I was like a beast. I was like a legend out there. Like that was folklore of a goalie because I got taller than everybody really fast, and then like I kind of leveled off. But I was a wall. So we were playing, just like a little example. And our coach, I still know him to this day. And like I consider him a friend almost. He's a great guy. But he always brings up the story when he gets drunk. We were playing, like we had an exhibition match or whatever against like a traveling team.
Yeah.
And we just dominated them. We were just a rec team, but they couldn't score any goals. And they went up to our coach and asked if they could bench me. They could put me, because it's not fair to the kids on their team because they're not having fun.
Wow.
And they can't score any goals. So because he's too good. That's probably the biggest like compliment I've ever gotten in my entire life.
Like, hey,
happened like 20 years ago.
This isn't fun. Can he not play? Like,
can you get that goal? Can you get that fucking wall out of the net?
He's too good. We can't take how good he is.
And then like I tried out for a traveling team, and apparently I made it. I just didn't show up for the for the day they picked the team because soccer sucks. It's a stupid sport. I'd rather go play baseball, which I'd go eventually completely fail at. And become Shake It Off Tom, which is another completely different story. But all right. I'm not going to hate.
Ice.
Yeah, exactly. I don't hate your cold blue thing. Like I said, I got it number 2, but I think lemon lime is better, and I think it's more classic. So that's that. So question number 4 to wrap up the 4-pack and the show to get you into your weekend. So Tones, what's something that you used to do when you were a lot younger and it just makes you cringe? You look back on something that you just like, it was like a habit or something that you used to do often. You're just like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for, but this was the closest thing I could think of. And it's not like one particular thing I do over and over again. It was just like stupid shit that I would do.
Yeah.
Like one thing I did was one day I was just like, there's carpeting on my stairs. So I'm just like sitting on the stairs and I just start like rubbing my forehead against it. I was like, oh, that feels kind of cool. And I just kept going and going and going for like, a couple minutes. And all of a sudden I'm just walking around with like rug burn on my forehead for like 3 days. Like just stupid. Like there was another time I had like a glass, like, an actual glass cup. And I like did like this suction cup thing around my mouth.
Yeah.
And I just held it there for way too long. And then I just had a ring.
I think I genuinely did these things too.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to think, why would I do that? That was so dumb.
I think that's just something that you do. Yeah, I think I did these exact same things like all the time. Yeah,
like it's not really cringeworthy, but I'm just like, it's so like, what do you do? Like this is in no situation does this come out ending well.
Yeah. So mine's not really cringe. I mean, it was cringeworthy at a point, but now I look back on it and I'm just like, you know what? Good for you, kid. Like, But anyway, so I was a huge Metallica fan basically forever. So this is when I was like, I want to say when I was 10 or 11. So what I would do is like, I'm supposed to be doing my homework upstairs and my mom would take the dog for a walk at like the same time. Like when I would go up to do my homework, my mom would take the dog for a walk. So, and this is before I knew what masturbating was. So what I would do is I had a big foam finger. So I put it on the top of like a director's chair, like where it's that way. Yeah. So it's stuck on there. So that would be a microphone. All right. And then I had a baseball bat and I tied a tie around it. So that way it would hang low and be like a guitar. And then I would open the shades on the window and turn the light on behind me. So that way I could see myself like it's a mirror because I didn't have a mirror in my room.
Okay.
So I'm completely oblivious to the fact that I'm pretty much putting on a live concert for the public because it's dark outside. So like, so that's like what, and then I had like a speaker, like a cool little sound system in my room. So I put in S&M by Metallica, which is a live show. And I have it like memorized every single lyric. So I know how to like put on the show basically from doing this. So I would like get like 2 songs in while my mom was walking the dog. And there was one time she was walking the dog, and I was like in the middle of just shredding the baseball bat, looking into the window, screaming into like the microphone foam finger. And she just like looks up and she just puts her hands on her hips. And I don't notice her for like 6 or 7 seconds. And I like actually like look, like don't focus on my reflection and actually look at the window. And then I see her looking at me. She's pissed because I'm not doing my homework. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God. Then she's like, what are you doing?
Put on a show, Ma.
Put on a fucking rock concert. What does it look like? But then I mean, because I've been doing that for months before she caught me.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people that live on my street that have dogs. So like, really imagine how many people were walking back and forth during those months where they're like looking at my window and I'm just like straight up, like full on 100%, like air guitaring a baseball bat, like singing Metallica into a foam finger. Rocking out, using my window as a fucking mirror.
One day you look out the window, there's like a whole crowd of people out there and you're actually putting on a concert. They're like, well, it's good.
They can't hear any of it, but they just see me like passion play. Oh man, yeah, those are great times. So I mean, like, I guess I'm looking back at it and I am cringing a little bit. My face is turning a little red. That was a stupid move. I wish I just got a mirror. That would have been so much easier. I could have kept doing that. It was a hobby of mine. I did it for a long time. I really enjoyed putting on rock concerts and pretending that I was James Hetfield.
So what are your hobbies? Oh, I like to dress up and pretend like I'm James Hetfield.
I like to pretend that I'm James Hetfield from Metallica every night. Oh man, so that's the show, Tones. So you got any post-show thoughts?
No, I mean, I might go try that out now. It sounds pretty awesome.
I don't have a foam finger or the proper chair to do it. Otherwise, I'd be doing. I mean, that's why I buy Rock Band all the time. You think that's like, you don't think those two things align right there? You know how bad I want to be a rock star? I don't play any instruments. This is the closest thing I get to being a rock star is talking to you on this podcast.
One day, Tom. One day you'll be a rock star.
That's what I keep telling myself, but I'm already 26. Time is winding down.
Hey, everyone goes at their own pace, okay?
Yeah. Well, here, fun fact before we end the show, my cousin Sean, who runs the Twitter, he's like actually an electric fucking guitarist.
Really? So,
like, I already have a lead guitar set. And I can sing. I mean, not well,
but you have like you're not like, it's like technically sound, but you got that rock voice.
I got a rock voice.
You got a rock voice. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's gotta have feeling, gotta have
exactly. So we're just like, when you put those things together, all I have to do is learn how to play the guitar a little bit so I can get some rhythm. And we'll find a drummer and a bassist, and all of a sudden, bang, we bring rock back and save the world.
I'll be the cowbell.
You could be the cowbell, or you could be a groupie. Just worship the band.
It'd be a roadie.
All right, so that's the show. So thanks for tuning in, Bomb Squad. Hope you had fun here on the Saturday show. We will see you on Tuesday for a Tuesday show with baseball and all some good stuff. We'll have some fun there. But until then, have a good weekend. Rock on.